Welcome, welcome, deep divers. Sometimes the most profound insights, those really big aha moments,
hmm
they aren't always hidden in like ancient codes or secret files.
Right.
Often they're just right there, staring us in the face, hidden in the everyday stuff.
Exactly. The things we often overlook.
Totally. And today, we're going to prove that. We're
Yeah.
focusing on something we usually just tune out as background noise.
Yeah.
The humble, everyday conversation.
Indeed. We're talking about those exchanges that, seem so basic on the surface. The
Yeah.
kind you hear everywhere. Cafes, trains, friends just catching up.
Uh-huh.
They might seem simple, but when you actually look closer, they're incredibly rich. Full of shared experiences, common threads that connect us all, really, across cultures.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, we're looking at one specific conversation that's actually designed to be simple.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, our source is a beginner English dialogue. It's called A Day in the Life Conversation Between Two Friends. It features Emma, she's a college student, and her friend Liam, who works part-time at a bookstore.
Got it. Student and a part-time worker.
Right. And the original material, it's like a 60-minute dialogue made specifically for language practice, for learners.
Ah, okay. So it's intentionally straightforward.
Exactly. And that's where our deep dive really starts, isn't it? Because our mission today isn't just, summarizing Emma and Liam's day.
Right. That'd be a bit too simple for us.
Definitely. No, instead, we're going to unpack what makes this seemingly basic dialogue so insightful, almost like deceptively profound.
Yes, deceptively is the right word, because it strips away complexity.
That's the magic. We're going to show how this simple chat distills these huge, universal human experiences, these basic conversational patterns into like really accessible little nuggets.
Bite-sized insights.
Exactly. Bite-sized. And it gives us this unique lens, surprisingly powerful, actually, on the structure of daily life itself.
The architecture of a day.
Yeah. And the fundamentals of human connection. Stuff that works even across different cultures. You might honestly find yourself having some real aha moments from this.
I think so.
Huh.
It's about those common threads that, genuinely bind us all, more than you'd expect from a language lesson.
Way more.
And what's really striking about this source, it isn't just the content, it's the structure.
Right. You mentioned that. It's not just random chatter.
Not at all. It's deliberately broken down into time-based sections. You've got greetings, morning routines, then work and study, then weather talk, hobbies, shopping, food, and finally, ending the day.
That structure feels very deliberate.
It is. It's not accidental. It's like a meticulously built microcosm of a typical human day.
A model day, almost.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives us this ready-made framework for understanding those universal rhythms and patterns in our lives. By looking at this kind of controlled example, we can see the underlying principles really clearly.
Okay, let's dive in then. Let's really unpack this, starting right at the top. The dawn of dialogue, as we're calling it.
Okay.
So the first few lines, Emma and Liam, they start with the basics. Good morning, Liam. Good morning, Emma. How are you today?
The classics.
Totally.
Yeah.
Followed by, I'm fine, thanks, and you. Couldn't be more standard, right?
Right.
And then
Okay.
immediately they established they both woke up at 7 a.m., shared timing.
That's synchronization.
Yeah. And then they jump right into morning routines. Liam mentions brushing his teeth, taking a shower. Emma says she had cereal with milk. Liam had toast and eggs. Simple stuff. But wait, there's more here.
There really is. What's fascinating is how these super simple exchanges about habits, waking up, breakfast, brushing teeth, how they function as universal icebreakers.
Icebreakers, yeah. Safe territory.
Totally safe. Low stakes ways to start talking. Think about good morning or how are you? These aren't just English things, are they?
No, everywhere.
Almost every culture has some version. They instantly create a connection, show you're willing to talk, set a polite tone.
It's like the entry fee for conversation.
Kind of. Linguistically, you might call it phatic communication.
Sphatic.
Yeah, it's language used not primarily to convey information, but more to build and maintain social bonds.
Ah, okay. Like relationship glue.
Exactly. And as a beginner dialogue like this, where all the complex social stuff is stripped away, you see that fundamental function really clearly. That basic human need to just acknowledge each other, connect, even before you get into the real information. It's like the first step in a social contract we do every single day.
That's a great way to put it. It's like these greetings are the absolute foundation blocks, aren't they? You need those before you can build anything else socially.
Absolutely essential pieces.
And that shared experience, waking up, doing those almost ritualistic morning things, hygiene, breakfast.
The rituals.
They're super personal, yeah, but also just so universally relatable. It doesn't matter if you're having coffee in New York, tea in London, whatever. People have these morning routines.
Everywhere. It's a constant.
And it gives you this instant common ground, a familiar starting point for any chat. Even the small differences, like Emma's cereal versus Liam's toast and eggs.
Yeah.
They're specific, sure, but they still fit within this shared idea of breakfast. They become these little points of, like, gentle discussion, relatable differences.
Not threatening differences.
Not at all. Low stakes ways to explore habits without getting too personal too fast. It really makes you think, how do these universal routines, these first steps, actually set the stage for talking across cultures?
That's a key question. It's almost like they create a shared mental space, doesn't it? A comfort zone.
Yeah, a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because they're so widely understood, so practiced, they give you this pre-existing frame of reference.
A safe harbor for that initial interaction.
Right. It's through these common human things that we can start to connect, start to empathize, even if our languages or specific routines are really different.
And this beginner dialogue, it just isolates those fundamentals brilliantly, makes their universal job undeniable. It highlights that sort of subconscious social negotiation that happens every time we just say hello or mention breakfast. Yeah. It's the tiny story of daily life that supports all the bigger interactions.
Okay, and this is where it gets really compelling for me. Because right after that breakfast chat, the conversation shifts.
Right.
It moves from those personal morning rituals into the more, let's say, structured world, work and study.
The external demands kick in.
Exactly. Emma says she gets dressed, goes to class. Her classes start at 9 a.m. Liam, he starts his part-time job at the bookstore at 10.
Different schedules, different roles.
Yeah. And Liam even says why he likes his job. He says, it's fun and I like books.
Which is a lovely, simple reason.
Isn't it?
Now, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this shift, from the personal morning to the structured work or study, that defines a huge chunk of most people's days, globally.
Oh, absolutely.
It really underlines those basic organizing principles of routine, schedule, that shape so much of our waking life.
Can't escape the schedule.
Pretty much. Having dedicated time for learning or earning, that's almost universal in human society, right? Whether you're a student in, say, a lecture hall in Europe, or someone working in a market in Africa, or in an office tower in Asia.
Different contexts, same principle.
Right. This structured time, it's not just about filling hours. It's about defining our roles, building skills, contributing to something bigger. It's how we integrate into the collective, find our place.
And it really is such a massive part of the day, isn't it? We see Emma. She's focused on academics, English, history. It tells us a bit about her path.
Her focus.
Meanwhile, Liam's talking about helping customers, the store being busy, practicalities of the job.
Right, different demands.
But what really stood out to me was Liam's simple joy in it. He likes it because he likes books.
Yeah.
That just feels so relatable, that aspiration so many of us have to find some enjoyment, some real personal connection in what we do every day.
That alignment.
Yes. It's not just about the paycheck, is it? It's engaging with something you actually connect with, something that gives you a bit of purpose beyond just the task itself.
It speaks to that deeper human need for meaning in our daily work, not just obligation.
Totally.
Exactly. Liam's comment there about liking books, it touches on that psychological idea of intrinsic motivation.
Intrinsic, meaning from within.
Yeah, doing something because you genuinely enjoy the activity itself, not just for the external reward like money or praise.
Right, like getting lost in something you love.
That's related to what researchers sometimes call a flow state. You're so absorbed, time just flies. It's a huge driver of well-being, actually, and productivity, too.
Makes sense.
And the difference between Emma's study and Liam's work, it highlights different life stages, different responsibilities.
True.
But both involve that structured time, learning things, contributing somehow, whether it's personal growth or economic activity.
And then the pause, the universal lunch break.
Ah, yes, the midpoint anchor.
Both eat at 1 p.m. Emma has a sandwich and juice. Liam has rice and chicken. Specifics differ, but the pause is the same.
This raises a really important question, I think. How do these daily activities work? Study, how do they not just fill our time, but actually shape our identities and shape our conversations?
Because they give us shared experiences to talk about.
Exactly. They form the backbone of so many interactions. And that lunch break, whatever you're eating, it's that vital, universal pause, a moment to refuel physically and mentally before jumping back into the structured day.
A shared breath in the day's rhythm.
Perfectly put. A collective pause in human activity.
So after getting through the work and study part, the structure, what happens next in their chat? Where does it go?
Well, they make this really quick, almost instinctive shift.
Yeah. To what?
To the weather, and then what they do for fun.
The classic pivot. It's like a mental palate cleanser, isn't it, after the beauties?
Exactly. Emma kicks it off. The weather is hot today. Liam agrees. Very sunny.
Standard observation.
But then their preferences come out. Liam likes cool weather. Emma actually likes rainy days.
Oh, interesting. Why rainy?
She likes the sound of the rain.
Cozy.
Yeah. And Liam adds that rain is nice when you're home, but not while walking. Practical guy.
Yeah, true. And he mentions he always carries an umbrella. Foresight.
Right. Always prepared. But what's fascinating here is how universal these topics are. Weather talk.
The ultimate go-to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's often the first thing people reach for because it's shared, requires no special knowledge, instantly relatable. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are.
Low stakes.
Totally low stakes. But it still allows for personal preference to sneak in sunny versus rainy, hot versus cool. Adds a little personality to this shared external thing without needing deep self-disclosure.
It's like a social lubricant, you said.
Yeah, universally accessible, fills silences, gently starts things off, even with strangers. It's like taking a social temperature check before you maybe go deeper.
So true. Everyone's got an opinion on the weather, or at least an observation. And then right from there, they slide into leisure time. Hobbies.
Seamless transition.
Liam says after work, he listens to music or watches TV.
Winding down.
Yeah. Emma asks his music taste. He likes pop. She prefers slow songs, classical music, different vibes.
Contrasting tastes.
And then sports come up. Emma plays badminton on weekends. Liam plays football with friends.
Active leisure.
This is where you really start to see more of them as individuals, right? Their personalities, how they relax, how they express themselves outside of work or class.
Precisely. Hobbies, free time activities, they're like windows into our passions, aren't they?
Yeah.
How we recharge, how we connect with others beyond just the necessary stuff.
Definitely more than just what do you do?
Oh, yeah. They offer much deeper insights into personality interests. Allows for a stronger connection than just talking tasks. Psychologically, hobbies are vital.
How so?
For self-expression, growth, fighting burnout. They reinforce our sense of choice, our competence outside of required rules.
Makes sense. Having something that's just yours.
Exactly. And notice the contrast, too.
Yeah.
Liam's got his solo music TV time, but also social football.
Right.
And Emma's playing badminton, likely with others on weekends. It subtly shows that universal human balance we seek.
Balance between
Needing some personal reflection, some quiet time, and needing that social engagement, being part of a group.
Solitude and community. Both needs.
We need both to thrive, generally. And this brings up another key question. How do these more personal topics, these leisure insights, actually deepen a basic acquaintance? How do they turn it into a real friendship?
Because it shifts the focus.
Exactly. It moves the conversation from just transactional, what you do, to something genuinely relational, who you are, your passions, your choices.
Okay, let's unpack the next bit then, because
Right.
it's such a brilliant shift again. From those deeper thoughts about hobbies, personality, we snap right back to the super practical shopping.
The logistics of living.
Totally. The unglamorous but absolutely essential stuff. Emma says she buys groceries every week.
Routine necessity.
Her list. Fruits, vegetables, eggs, milk, standard groceries. Liam, though, he needs shampoo and soap today. personal care item.
Different immediate needs.
And then there's this wonderful little human moment. Emma reminds him, don't forget toothpaste.
The classic reminder.
Isn't it just so relatable? And Liam laughs, responds, yes, I will write a list.
Yeah.
Acknowledges the need for planning.
If we connect this back to the bigger picture, this section really grounds the whole conversation in, the practical, mundane realities of just living.
Keeping things going.
Yeah. The absolute need to shop for food, for personal items. It's a constant everywhere for independent life. These tasks seem trivial, maybe, but they're fundamental to basic well-being, keeping a household running. It's the baseline logistics we all have to manage. And the types of items, groceries for sustenance versus personal care, they highlight different facets of maintaining yourself in your home. But the act of getting what you need, constant, relatable, shows the mental load of just managing life.
Oh, totally relatable. I mean, who hasn't gotten home from the shops and realized they forgot the one thing they really needed? Usually toothpaste, right?
Happens all the time.
Liam accepting the reminder, deciding to write a list, it just feels so real. It shows how simple organizing helps, and also that shared human thing of just forgetting stuff sometimes.
It's a tiny moment, almost a throwaway line.
Yeah.
But it adds this rich layer of practical reality and a kind of subtle, caring dynamic to their friendship. Those little moments build the connection.
They really do.
And that practicality, it flows really smoothly into talking about food again. Dinner plans, which is, let's face it, a universal language.
Food always connects.
Always. Liam's weighing his options, noodles or fried rice.
Yeah.
Emma's decided. She'll cook pasta.
Simple choices.
Then the conversation goes to Emma liking to cook simple food and Liam actually saying he wants to learn.
An opportunity.
Exactly. And Emma immediately jumps on it with a social invitation. Sure, come over this weekend.
That's lovely, from shopping list reminder to cooking lesson.
It shows perfectly how basic needs, getting food, planning dinner, often snowball into deeper social things. Sharing skills, building community. Which raises another question. How do these daily logistics, from shopping lists to dinner plans, actually serve as the foundation for building real community, for fostering relationships?
They're the practical pathways.
I think so. They're the avenues through which we offer hospitality, share knowledge, deepen those bonds, and food especially. It's not just fuel.
No, much more.
It's comfort, it's cultural expression, and it's such a powerful catalyst for social bonding. Sharing skills like cooking, it's where the mundane truly becomes meaningful.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me, because we've basically come full circle now, haven't we?
How so?
From waking up, through the day's structure, the leisure, the practicalities. Now we're at the end of the day, winding down. It's the whole arc. Simple, but kind of profound in its universality.
The complete cycle.
Yeah. As their conversation mirrors the day itself, it draws to a close. They talk about their pre-bed routines.
The final rituals.
Emma usually washes her face, brushes her teeth, reads a book, quiet wind down. Liam, though, he usually watches YouTube videos before sleeping. More active, maybe?
Different approaches to decompression.
Exactly.
And what's fascinating here is how perfectly the end of the conversation mirrors the end of the day. These evening routines, they're very personal rituals, aren't they?
They're
Things people do to prepare for rest, decompress from everything that happened. The contrast, Emma's quiet reading, Liam's YouTube, shows the diverse ways we unwind. But the underlying goal is the same. Prepare for sleep. Relax the mind.
right. Getting ready for reset.
And these individual rituals before bed, plus the social ritual of saying goodbye, which ends their chat, they reinforce those patterns of routine and connection we've seen all along.
Micro acts of self-care and social maintenance.
Well put.
Yeah.
It's really true. And even in this last part, you still see that thread of care in their friendship.
How so?
Emma gives Liam that gentle advice, don't sleep too late.
Yeah. Looking out for him. It's small, maybe, but it shows concern, affection, a little reminder of their bond.
A sign of genuine connection.
Yeah. Then they wrap it up. The classic goodbyes that signal closure, but also future contact. Okay. Time to go now. Yes. See you tomorrow.
That see you tomorrow is
Okay.
key.
Why key?
Because it's not just a polite farewell, is it? It's a crucial part of daily social interaction. It signifies continuity, the expectation of picking things up again.
Ah, transforms it from a one-off chat.
Exactly. It makes this conversation just one segment in an ongoing dialogue, mirroring how life itself is cyclical, day after day. And psychologically, these predictable closing rituals, they give us a huge sense of comfort, social cohesion.
Like closing brackets on the day?
Sort of. They provide order, security in our relationships and our lives. They affirm that the connections last beyond just this moment. They're like little anchors,
Yeah.
in the flow of daily interactions.
Little anchors. I like that. Well, Deep Drivers, we just took what seems like a super simple beginner-level English chat.
Designed for language practice.
Right. And we peeled back all these layers and found something pretty remarkable, I think.
Definitely.
This deep dive into a day in the life, it just showed us how those profound, universal human experiences get distilled down into the most basic stuff. Needs, routines, social interactions, personal tastes. The seemingly mundane details Emma and Liam talked about, they're actually the common threads, the stuff that connects people everywhere, no matter their language or culture.
It really reinforces that idea, doesn't it? That profound understanding often comes from just looking closely at the seemingly obvious
Stuff right under our noses.
Exactly.
Wow.
Even the most basic language tools, the simplest conversation structures, they can carry so much cultural weight, so much interpersonal meaning.
Yeah.
The predictable way their day unfolded, the topics they chose, those little acts of politeness, of care, it all tells a much bigger story about being human, about the basic scaffolding our social lives are built on.
So as you go about your own day now, maybe listen a bit differently to the conversations around you. And consider this. How are the fundamental patterns of your own life, no matter how unique you think your day is, how are they echoed in the lives of millions, billions of others around the world?
That reflection.
Yeah, what universal truths, what insights into just being human might you uncover if you started to really observe the day in the life unfolding around you? Or even just your own.
Paying attention to the mundane.
Exactly. Maybe, just maybe, those simple, everyday conversations you have, the ones you barely notice, maybe they're far richer gold mines of knowledge and connection than you ever imagined.